Hey everybody, welcome back to Dental Unfiltered. I'm Matt Brown. I'm here with my normal co-host, Dr. Andrew Vallo, and we have a short, pretty cool episode for you guys. Got named Podcaster of the Year this year. I'm accepting my award at Podfest here in a couple weeks, and me and Nate want to talk about the kind of the journey of the podcast real quick. And I think it's really Podcast of the Year. There's a lot of people behind this. It's just not just my talking head. I'm giving subjects and I'm giving guests, and there's a lot of editing, but Andrew, how did it make you feel when I got named Podcaster of the Year?
Oh man, I was really happy for you. I don't think I was even a nominee, so I guess I'm just chop liver over here. But that's okay. I mean, to be fair, Matt, like you essentially run the podcast. You're the host on a lot of the guest episodes when I can't make it. So I'm almost like a guest host at this point in time. So I think it's only fair and deserving. And honestly, man, I'm proud of what we've done here. When you first came to me with the idea of launching a dental podcast, you had to twist my arm a little bit there. I was a little bit hesitant on it. I was like, man, like there's already so many of these dental podcasts out there. What are we going to talk about? We're going to run out of content. I don't have much time. Like I had all these reasons for why I didn't want to do it, and you kind of coaxed me into it. And it's been a fun journey, but I also feel like we've put out a lot of really great content out there. So I am I've heard it reinforced by so many different we've got doctors that have come to work for our group because they heard the podcast and they like what we were talking about. Well, I have doctors reach out to me on Facebook all the time. I have doctors come up to me at conferences and say, what an impact it's made on their practice. I've got doctors that have said that, the podcast inspired them to finally go out on their own and start or buy their own practice. So I think that's pretty cool. And as I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately, as the group's grown and honestly, at this point in time, we've already accomplished like essentially all of the business goals I had set out. And sometimes you sit there and you kind of like wonder, like, what am I doing? Like, what is this all for? Why do we keep going? And I think impact is a big thing. And I feel like, while obviously like the dental group has impact, I mean, we serve tens of thousands of patients every single year. And we have over 100 employees that we provided great jobs for. I feel like there's like a different type of impact that we're able to provide with the podcast, and so I'm proud of us, and I'm excited for you, man. That's a really cool honor. So
It was funny. Twisting your arm was hard in the beginning, and then we started doing this and it started rolling, and it started seeing the reviews and getting the feedback, and it was pretty motivating. Just yesterday, I was on with two docs who have met with me 3 times. They're clients at work, and they literally say we want to be like Dr. Vallo. Like they've said that, and they hit a really big number in their third month, but because they're not hitting Dr. Vallo's startup numbers in the first couple months, they're like kind of like, why are we not there? And make sure I get their names right. It was Dr. Ahmed and Dr. Kali, and one guy's Persian, one guy's Indian. They're great. They're young, energetic, but I think their like motivation and outlook was a direct influence of this. And when they meet with me, it's kind of like, well, how did Dr. Vallo do this? So it's really interesting. I think one thing for the audience to understand, like me and Dr. Vallo's schedule, and we record together, and I record with guests, but there's a whole team behind this that does editing, production, audio, scheduling, strategy, cutting the shorts that we release. Like me and Dr. Vallo just record. So I really think it's more of like podcast of the year than podcaster of the year. And I want to thank all the support team. And I think we really need to thank Ryan, the CEO of Energize, because he allowed us to pay for this out of Energize money. Guys, we don't mention Energize, and Energize, this is not an advertisement for Energize, but I will tell you is there's no sponsors, and the money has to come from somewhere. And the money comes from the CEO of Energize allowing the funding for this and paying for it. And I'll tell you this, it's not cheap. There's 3 or 4 staff members behind this that make it happen every month. And it's just cool to have that support, have a team. And it's been really interesting because now we have the study club and we have the webinars, and there's a new project coming in the new year that I can't talk about that we're working on. That if you guys love the podcast, this new project that should be done in a Q1 is going to be amazing. And just like Dental Unfiltered, it's going to be free to the community, and it's going to be an awesome resource. our mission the whole time was to improve the information out in the community because everything's a sales pitch. And me and Andrew were tired of every single podcast we listened to was a sales pitch. So I want to thank all you guys who voted. I want to thank all the listeners who leave positive reviews and keep both of us motivated. And being podcast/podcaster of the year, just was it 2 years now, Andrew?
What? How long we've had the podcast for?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's actually a good question. I can't. Was it? I mean, it would either be 1.5 or 2.5. So
Yeah, 160 some episodes now.
Yeah, but I mean, you're totally right though, Matt. Like this podcast would not be possible without all the behind the scenes folks, because I mean, for me, it's challenging to even fit in these we typically record for about 3 hours, Matt and I, once a month, and we are Matt and my episodes, you'll notice, are typically about 30 minutes, give or take. So we try to get in about 4 episodes or so during that 3 hour recording session. And it's challenging for me just to get that in, and then on top of that, we've got our other kind of co-hosts now that have stepped in. We've got our guests that Matt does episodes with. We've got all the editing, the shorts, the posting, the planning. And I mean, Matt and I would never in a million years have the time to do all that stuff. So big shout out to those guys. I mean, big shout out to the listeners. I mean, it's incredible how we just keep seeing the listener base grow. And as always, man, we really appreciate the feedback. So, don't feel shy to come up to us if you see us out at a conference or something like that. We're happy to talk. I mean, it lights us up. Again, it kind of helps us see that we really are making an impact with the time that we spend putting this podcast on. So congratulations again to Matt. I mean, I think that's a really, really cool honor, especially with all the podcasts that are out there. And you guys stay tuned because we've got some really incredible content coming up for you in 2026 here. So
yeah, there's some really awesome stuff planned for you guys as listeners, and there's a really big project that I'm working really hard on that you guys should have. I'm hoping to be done by the end of Q1, and you guys will be totally excited about it when we announce it. So thank you guys for all your support. This is a short episode. It's been a fun run, and it's going to continue to be. There's no plans on this stopping anytime soon. It's been something I think that we both can say that we've absolutely loved and had passion for.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys so much for being listeners. Like, subscribe, share, comment, leave a review, and also in the description below is the link to the Dental Unfiltered Study Club, which is a WhatsApp chat, and we announce webinars in there a lot of times from our guests. So thank you guys so much and have a great day.